could it be?
Welcome to Monkey Gum Reloaded, Episode 3. For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching all around the world, let's get ready to tumble! G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here in beautiful Bateman's Bay. And after our mighty monkey gum ride yesterday, our mate Ed the mechanic would be leaving us after breakfast. His brand new BMW GSF 900 had a broken gearshift lever, mirror, chain guard, side stand switch, and quite a few scratched and beaten panels. As for the rest of us, well, it was a hive of activity. What have you done?
Righty is tighty, and it's very early in the morning, and I sort of forgot.
And you've tightened it, over-tightened it.
It's way on there. I'm going to get it off.
Every day as a rider, the first thing I do is do maintenance to my bike.
That's too loose. It's loose like the wizard sleeve.
I find comfort in the fact that I can help Santiago again after helping him on the trail so many times yesterday. He has just checked the bike and he didn't even have the
maintenance by
axle
Santiago.
tied.
What could go wrong?
It's terrible.
Every day you learn a new thing is a good day.
You should be on a reality TV show.
Called Help Me.
Help me!
Thanks to all the followers, we're getting this replaced by the channel. Thank you. Thanks guys. We need more likes.
Day 2. What can we expect, Santiago? Day 2.
We're going to take it easy today because you're broken.
Well, I am tired. I helped you a lot yesterday.
Not really.
I helped you an enormous amount yesterday.
Really?
You basically didn't ride up the hill. You were pulled and pushed up the hill.
As usual.
Oh, he said yes. He admitted it.
Our mate Ed the mechanic was on his way home, which left Richard the instructor, Adrian the pin-up boy, Gaz the giant man baby, and Santiago hurtling through the bush in search of fun trails on what was a perfect day. We were also comforted in the fact that we could return later this Savo to our accommodation in the Bateman's Bay Lodge and then hit the town for some leisurely fine dining in beautiful Bateman's Bay. Well, 4 of us would be anyway. Our mate Richard the instructor was planning to leave us somewhere on the trails later today. But first, we must ride. My fellow adventure riders, I'll be the first to admit that we weren't showing too much consideration for our mate Richard the instructor because he was riding his mighty BMW 1250. And unless we wanted Richard to go the same way as our mate Ed the mechanic, well, we quickly realised that we had better pull our heads in and tone it down. However, in the end, it wasn't Richard we needed to worry about. It was me. You see, boys and girls, I found myself stuck on some logs. And for those of you that don't know me, I fucking hate logs. And it all goes back to when I first started riding, when I attempted to jump my very first log. Let's take a look at that in super slow-mo. Now you see why I still have log PTSD. With help from some of the boys, I extricated myself from that mess, and we continued on. And the puddle before this one, Gaz the giant man baby, completely covered me in water. Naturally, I was out for revenge. And it was on this trail I found my opportunity. This would be the perfect chance to roost Gaz. However, in my overzealous excitement to roost the giant man baby, I ended up running into the back of Adrian the pin-up boy.
You ran into me and fell over.
Bet you were laughing too.
Yeah. I couldn't stop.
Guys over the grass. Richard, be smart. I must admit, you do owe me.
I'm so upset I missed
Did I not even get you? I thought you might have been following me to video.
Yeah, I was, but I saw the mud and I didn't get too close.
My attempt at roosting Gaz Gaz had completely failed, but now we were back on track. Well, that's if you could call this a track. We'd gone bush trying to get around a closed bridge. Poor Richard the instructor. He must have been wishing he'd left with Ed the mechanic this morning. Alright, we're here in the bush somewhere. What's up?
Should we go through or not? Let's ask the followers. What do you reckon?
Is there a track there?
Yeah, that looks like a track.
That's nothing for waiting.
That's nothing for what?
Yeah,
Get the jet ski out.
it's all flat. It's cleared in there.
Get the chains right. If you had the enduro bike, we'll go around.
Rocket across that. Shout out to Rocket.
Well, there was nothing for it. We needed to turn around. Easier said than done when you have a big beamer on board.
Pull it back.
Righto. Once we made our way out of this track, we found a more suitable one. A more BMW 1250 friendly trail. And if you believe that, well, you'll believe anything. I can't remember what this little creek was called, but let's just call it the straw that broke the BMW's back, because it was shortly after this that Richard the instructor would leave us.
Yeah, that'll do. It's all right. Let's see. Gonna hug it out? Yeah. Oh mate, it's been a long time. Good riding with you. And you too, Gaz.
Good seeing you yesterday morning and last night.
Just standing in the way of my
Yesterday
camera.
morning and last night.
You just stood in the way of my camera. We started off with 6 riders. This morning we went down to 5, and now we were down to 4. Gaz Gaz the giant man baby, Adrian the pin-up boy, Santiago and I were now making our way back to Bateman's Bay.
Look, the big stack you just had. We were coming like 120 and the idiot just dropped his bike. Help me! Help me! Help me! You need help?
Every now and again we'd stop so Gaz Gaz could fly his drone. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, and the 4 of us had a casual ride back. No issues, no dramas. And the 4 of us arrived back in town with plenty of time to shower, sit down, have a drink, laugh about the day, and order a courtesy bus because we were hitting the town for a succulent Chinese meal at the Bateman's Bay Soldiers Club to celebrate another fantastic day. The following day was a cracker of a day, and after a lovely breakfast in town, we hit the road. My fellow adventure riders, I have to say, after having a year off the bike, I must say I took to it like a duck to water. Of course it was great catching up with the boys, and Santiago, who's normally a useless organised our weekend brilliantly. This time around our monkey gum ride, although it wasn't perfect and we will need to do it again, it was pretty bloody good. Next time I think we just need to stay in Nowra, stay close to the trail. That way we won't have to do a bloody 2-hour ride in the freezing cold to get to our accommodation. Because between you and I, my fellow adventure riders, that was one of the worst road rides I'd ever had. All morning we had a fantastic ride through some lovely countryside on what was another cracker day. And after 3 solid days riding, I was ready to head home. I did have a flight to Adelaide the following day so that wife Jackie and I could continue our caravanning adventures around Australia. However, the boys didn't seem to be in a hurry, they just kept dicking around. They wanted to stop to look at the towns, they wanted to stop to look at the ocean, they wanted to stop to inflate their tyres, they wanted to stop to go to the toilet, and of course they wanted to stop for lunch.
Yeah, last cheers.
Yeah, last cheers.
Last cheers. Cheers. Cheers, you use.
That's why I don't want to drink.
Cheers.
Eventually, we headed home, and I took comfort in the fact that I would see the boys in the not-too-distant future. They'd be meeting wife Jackie and I in the beautiful Flinders Ranges for another epic adventure. So until then, boys and girls, I'm artist Wayne Dowsent, and thanks for watching, especially you.